Hey, I hope you're doing well. Come on in, have a seat. Today we are continuing in the HBO series Chernobyl. This is episode 4. Start the movie already.
Why didn't you press the AZ5 button?
That's when it exploded.
My men here one more second than they need to be. If these worked, you'd be wearing them.
Do you have any idea what you're dealing with?
What is everyone gonna hear?
To every possibility, no matter who is to blame.
Approximately 750,000 men.
All right, here we go. I think we only have 2 episodes left, 4 and 5. Milking a cow. Sweet. That up-close shot is disturbing.
Then there was Stalin and his famine. My parents died. My sisters died. They told the rest of us to leave. Then the Great War. German boys, Russian boys. More famine, more bodies. My brothers never came home. But I stayed, and I'm still here. After all that I have seen. So I should leave now. Something I cannot see at all. No.
I guess the only thought would be, oh, come on, man. We are going to cry over some spilt milk.
It's time to go.
Is he going to kill this lady? Because that would be stupid.
Stand up now.
Like, if you're going to kill her, just leave her. It's your problem. No way, dude.
This is your last warning.
He shot the... That's ridiculous. I mean, obviously would have been more upset if he shot her, but, like, just move on. My only concern would have been if she would have died painfully from the radiation, or would it have just made her sick over time and she would have passed away from cancer or something like that. Because obviously I wouldn't want her to be in a bunch of pain, but if she's 82 and the radiation is just going to make her sick slowly, then I could understand her wanting to stay. 4 months after the explosion. Man, I hope things don't go bad for this lady or for her baby. Where's she at? She's not back at her house, is she? Because they would have evacuated that area, I thought. They're looking for wildlife, like dead small animals? Or are they just checking radiation levels?
Look, Asaf, I'll meet him there.
Why would you keep the ashtray on the carpet? Why not on a table? It's always annoying when you went to buy a used car. Maybe it's never happened to you. Used cars that had cigarette burns in the seats.
The small one here is Katya, 1,000 Rontgen per hour. 2 hours of exposure is fatal.
Remote control bulldozers in Afghanistan.
They'd fall right through.
So then,
Moon rovers. They're light, and if we line them with lead, they can withstand the radiation.
Gonna put a man on the moon.
That is the most important thing, General. Circumstances can men go up there. Robots only.
Let me guess. Men are going to end up there.
Particles literally shred the circuits in microchips apart. Masha will destroy it.
It would be fair to say that roof is the most dangerous place on Earth.
what do we do?
That's what we wanted to ask you.
Are these all the men they're bringing in because they need more miners? Or do they have a different job? So I knew they had to recruit more men so they could dig around the clock to be able to get where they needed to get to, I guess, under the pad fast enough. Is that water? Or is it vodka?
10, 181.
Guess we're about to find out.
It's a little early.
Guess that answers my question.
They had me in Mariupol and Kiev, then they...
Not this. In Afghanistan.
I wasn't in Afghanistan. I'm not in the military.
They're running out of men. Showers, food.
Do they have to be running out of men, or is it just that they need more men? And there are probably levels in which they're pursuing men, obviously reaching out to a military force and then to civilians.
We make these from lead scrap. Put it on your balls. No, you can wait until the radiation gives you a... Yes, now. Over your clothes.
How are we supposed to know?
That ugly Armenian in the tent, Garo, we do animal control.
Animal control.
Yeah, they're radioactive. They have to go. But it's not hard. They're mostly pets.
Oh, okay. They're doing all kinds of different jobs then. These aren't for minors.
Bury them in concrete, and then we drink. As much vodka as you want. Plus 1,000 rubles. Let's go get you a gun.
I wonder what all kinds of different jobs are going on that they've all been recruited for. Obviously, like he said, this one they're going to find animals. I mentioned this in the last video, but I think the storyline I'm most intrigued about right now is getting to the bottom of what happened. Because they said that they went through the proper channels, like they pressed the emergency stop button, but when they did, that's when the place exploded.
I need to see the following documents.
I feel like her stuff's going to be tampered with when she comes back, because she's under surveillance by the KGB.
Comrade?
Quite the warm place, huh? Oh man, just having to roll over all of the crops. Wonder what they were spreading. Same here. Like, what are they spraying? Which I'm sure, because the show continually does, pretty soon somebody will explain to us what those things were. They tend to show and then tell later.
Bring up the cameras.
These were the vehicles they were planning to use on the moon.
To think that's what we put on the moon. Not that one. I know, not that one.
They can build 2 more. That should cover Nina and Katya.
It's like, I'm not an idiot.
Diagnostics complete. Ready to engage main power and motor.
Begin. Can remove it.
Like magic.
Smile.
I think I've already mentioned it, but I do like the friendship that they're building. Hey, this guy looks a lot better.
I see your condition has improved, Comrade Dyatlov.
No, leave.
That's what I just said. Man, this guy's a jerk, dude.
I need your help.
He was a jerk. Well, I guess we only saw him right after the explosion. He's probably a jerk before the explosion.
Topped it off, caught it out. Akimov pressed it. It was the only good decision they made. Incompetent morons.
Can you confirm that the reactor exploded?
How do I even know it exploded, huh?
I guess he's not as bad because he didn't touch the graphite.
About the operation of RBMK reactors under extreme conditions. Names of the authors have been redacted.
Well, the state must protect its secrets, comrade. Do you dare suggest otherwise?
They made a mistake. They didn't redact the table of contents.
Busted.
Void coefficients have nothing to do with AZ5. There, now you can go.
You're not even curious.
What for? No, you think the right question will get you the truth. There is no truth. Ask the bosses whatever you want, you'll get the lie. I will get the bullet.
They're saying he's going to get a bullet because of what happened? Like a corporal punishment type thing? There's been such a strange focus on cigarettes and ashtrays in this episode. I feel like that's got to be brought into the story for some reason. Got their egg baskets on.
Don't point this gun at me. That's easy, right? This piece of I don't give a f. Never me. If you hit an animal, doesn't die, keep shooting until it does. Don't let them suffer, or I'll kill you. Understand?
What a compassionate man.
Killed a lot of people. Then we're ready.
Really knows how to rally the team.
They'll run inside where they feel safe, so we go door to door, okay? Good.
Wonder if they're primarily looking for deer? Oh. All the sweet dogs. That sucks. Oh, they're so trusting. Oh, what about the cat?
Do your job, door to door.
See, what's awful is that means he's just gonna have to shoot like a frightened dog that's hiding. I don't imagine this show went over very well with the ladies. I know many a lady could not watch a single dog come under any harm whatsoever, much less them shooting a bunch of dogs running to them. Oh, dude. Oh, he's not even going to be able to do it. He only had 2 rules.
Don't let them suffer. Sorry. We're dragging that to the truck.
What a job, man.
You gonna eat? Drink.
Just going to drink vodka all day.
Look,
Let's create a generation of alcoholics.
you put a bullet in someone. You're not you anymore. You'll never be you again. But then you wake up the next morning and you're still you. And you realize that was you all along. You just didn't know.
The happiness of all mankind. Our goal is the happiness of all mankind.
Yeah.
Is that a church?
I'm happy. I'm happy every day. Back to work. Come on.
All right, kid. You can rise to the occasion. So I guess they're utilizing that right now to try to push the graphite to one of the lower roofs so they can use other things to access it. Because there were certain roofs that were less exposed or that had lower radiation levels. What a mess, though. It would take forever.
It's here.
Oh, they just received the other vehicle from Germany that's going to allow them to go to the place that's the worst.
Easy now, careful.
What the Germans named him? Joker.
Is it ready?
It's ready.
Sorry, my contact is having some issues. Okay, so they're having to use a helicopter to drop it onto the proper roof. I mean, obviously the dogs are sad, but this has definitely been the least brutal episode so far.
All right, let's take this easy. Forward 1 meter, reverse 1 meter.
Forward 1.
Germans.
Reverse 1.
Oh my gosh, no way, dude. They already lost the new vehicle?
It's not a signal, it's the vehicle. It's dead.
Wow. This was supposed to be like the greatest piece of technology. Died in a matter of seconds once being exposed.
Tell Gorbachev! Tell him!
Does have to feel like just 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Maybe 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
The official position of the state, nuclear catastrophe, is not possible in the Soviet Union. Told the Germans that the highest radiation was 2,000 Röntgen. They gave them the propaganda number.
Great.
That robot was never going to work. You need a new phone.
So then the question is there actually a technology that can withstand such a high level of radiation?
Let's go light that roof back on fire. What are we talking about here? We need another robot. One that can withstand the radiation.
At last, there is nothing.
The Americans.
Americans had that kind of technology. Do you really think they'd give it to us? Committee would never stoop to us. You know it, I know it. There are no robots.
Bio robots. What was that?
Use bio-robots.
We're talking about sacrificing more men now. Still on dog duty, I see. Is it primarily? I guess, yeah, it's primarily dogs. Like it's nothing now. I feel like something has to go wrong with these guys. I mean, it could very well just be a part of the storyline, you know, showing these guys having to do this and some of the awful things within a war type scenario, desensitizing people, but wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't a little added drama. Widow kitties. True story. I rescued a mouse this morning during my run. It was on the side of the road, not moving. Thought it was dead. Picked it up. It crawled in my hand and it wasn't. Now it's in a little cage up here. We'll see if it survives. Is it puppies? Yeah, that sucks.
Just go outside.
He's not gonna want to go. Oh, I guess he is. I assumed he would have been like, I can do it. But even that, he's like, nah, I'll go. What's he got? The vodka? No, okay, he's got water. Keep assuming the worst with this kid. A lot of dogs. But I guess the reality is if something like that happened and everybody had to leave their animals, probably be pretty similar around, you know, where I live or in the United States. A lot more dogs than we probably realize. So yeah, I guess there really won't be much more to this. It's just showing the monotony of like day after day having to go and shoot dogs, bury them in holes and cover them in concrete.
Carefully to each of my instructions for your own safety and the safety of your comrade. Do not immediately proceed to the roof. You will need it for what comes next. Area. We must clear the graphite.
Gosh, I really hope that these men are not going to go through the same thing that the worst of them were in the hospital. Their skin turning black and all of that.
For 90 seconds, I will ring a bell. When you hear it, return immediately. Then and proceed down the hallway for decontamination. Do not look over the rail. Is that clear? Mark, ready, go.
I guess they're all searching for graphite. What an insane job. This guy, man, he keeps getting like a little closer and closer. Temptation to, it's like to stare at Medusa. How much is one look worth to you? Oh my gosh, dude, his foot is caught. Oh, and he's falling on everything and in everything. His boot is torn.
Comrade soldier, you're done.
Bit of a pronouncement, isn't it? You're done. Yeah, like you're cooked. Because it was the guys that had the direct contact with the graphite, which are the ones that like their skin turned white and then turned black. And that was only a couple of them that had symptoms that serious. So I'm really hoping it's not going to be like hundreds. I hope everything's okay with her baby. That she's not, this isn't like an early labor or anything. It's in December. Obviously I could tell it was in the winter. So the explosion was at the end of April. So yeah, now we're getting on 8 months or so.
We needed to speak to you somewhere without you.
We're going to put Dyatlov on trial. Brukhanov and Fomin.
We asked to give expert testimony, all three of us.
They're having a meet in secret now.
Atomic Energy Agency, I know it's in Vienna. What are they asking you to do?
Tell the world what happened.
Well, then you'd better know what happened.
Oh no, they don't want the real story. They want lies.
The control rods have graphite tips, blaze, water, and steam. Reactivity doesn't go down, it goes up dramatically.
Why on earth would they press that button?
They didn't know.
Volkov warned the Kremlin 10 years ago. Supremacy of the Soviet nuclear industry.
So it's the government's fault. State secret is what he said.
The flaw will not lead to an explosion. Push the reactor to the edge of disaster.
So it is their fault.
Yes.
But not only their fault.
That's the operators and the government's fault. So no, gross negligence in the way they were operating the reactor, but that combined with the secrecy of the government is what caused it.
Do you know the name Vasily Ignatenko? He was a fireman. He died 2 weeks after the accident. I've been looking in on his widow. She gave birth. A girl. The baby lived for 4 hours. They said the radiation would have killed the mother, but the baby absorbed it instead.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Why children have to die to save their mothers. To hell with your deal. And to hell with our lives.
It is an interesting moral dilemma. Good conversation for ethics. So maybe what he ends up doing is testifying publicly just that it was the operator's fault, but then he leaks the truth of it secretly, which obviously the hope of it not staying secret.
3,828 men performed your duties perfectly. All of you are awarded a bonus of 800 rubles.
I serve the Soviet Union. I serve the Soviet Union.
Wow, I'm really curious now to see what happens to these men. So they're the last of 3,800 or so. Oh man, that's so sad. She lost her husband, would have had a child to continue on, then to lose the child. All right, well, that was episode 4 of Chernobyl. We do have one episode left. My favorite moment from this episode was when they sent the men out onto the rooftop and they only had 90 seconds to get something accomplished and they were cycling them in and out. But really when they were up there were a few things that I felt. One was just like, my goodness, how long is this task going to take? Which in trying to keep the series, you know, as short as they are trying to keep it, you're not going to prolong that part of the storyline. But it just kind of felt overwhelming. That first they were trying to do certain things with robots, and then they realized we're going to have to send men up there. And then at that, a couple of men at a time with shovels, and then them going up there, and there's certain pieces of debris that they can't even lift themselves. So you have to have multiple men come in on it. It just made this task that has consistently felt overwhelming and impossible. They just have done a good job painting how difficult the task really is. And also, even when they were up there, the way that they were utilizing the sound was that every time they were getting closer to the edge of the reactor, the edge of the roof where the reactor opening was, you know, it kept building the sound that it makes with the radiation detection. As they got closer and closer to the roof, the sound built and built and built. That was just a really great touch. The sound engineers on the show have just done an excellent job, and it causes this tension to just keep rising. So we'll see. Obviously, the last episode coming up, how everything resolves. From the beginning of the series, we did obviously get a glimpse as to, you know, some of the things that happen at the end with certain characters, but seeing how it kind of all resolves and plays out, it'll be interesting to see. And I know that some people in the comments have even recommended some of the resources that help draw up a little bit or shore up where fact meets fiction. And obviously there are certain elements they've had to dramatize in the show. So it'll be interesting to look at some of that once the series is wrapped up. But thanks for joining me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one. Until then, keep it real.